I am 8 years old, sitting in my childhood kitchen, ready to watch one of the home videos my father has made. The videotape still exists somewhere, so somewhere she still is, that girl on the screen. Hair that tangles, freckles across her nose that in time will spread across one side of her forehead. A body that can throw a baseball the way her father has shown her. A body in which bones and hormones lie in wait, ready to bloom into the wide hips her mother has given her. A body that has scars. The scars over her lungs and heart from the scalpel that saved her when she was a baby. The invisible scars left by a man who touched her when she was young. A body is a record, or a body is freedom, or a body is a battleground. Already, at 8, she knows it to be all three. But somebody has slipped. The school is putting on the musical South Pacific, and there are not enough roles for the girls, and she is as tall as or taller than the boys, and so they have done what is unthinkable in this typical 1980s American town. In this place where the men do the driving and the women make their mouths into perfect O's to apply lipstick in the rearview mirror. For the musical, they have made her a boy. No, she thinks. They have allowed her to be a boy. What I remember is feeling my face flush as my father loads the tape into the player. Usually I hate watching videos of myself. Usually there is this stranger on the screen, this girl with her pastel-colored clothing, and I am supposed to pretend that she is me. And she is, I know she is, but also she isn't. In the 3rd grade I'll be asked to draw a self-portrait in art class, and for years into the future, when I try to understand when this feeling began, this feeling of not having words to explain what my body is, to explain who I am, I'll remember my shock as I placed my drawing next to my classmates. They'd drawn stick figures with round heads and blonde curls or crew cuts. They'd drawn their families and their dogs and the bright yellow spikes of a sun. One had drawn long hair and the triangle shape of a dress, and another short hair and jeans. How had they known what they looked like so easily? I had drawn a swirl. Now, in the kitchen, what I notice is that my brothers and sisters are feeling embarrassed in their seats, asking if they can leave, and that I, somehow, am not. I am sitting perfectly still. Is it possible that I want to see this video? The feeling is peculiar. I have not yet known the pleasure of taking something intimately mine and watching the world respond. Someday, I will be a writer. Someday, I will love this feeling. But at 8 years old, my private world both pains and sustains me, and sharing it is new. My mother makes my brothers and sisters quiet and passes popcorn around the table. My father takes his spot at the head. On screen, the auditorium of an elementary school appears. At the corner of the stage, there are painted palm trees on the board. Then the curtains part, and there I am. My hair brushed back, my ponytail pinned away, a white sailor's cap perched on my head. Without the hair, my face looks different, angular, fine-boned. I am wearing a plain white t-shirt tucked into blue jeans, all the frill and fluff of my normal clothing stripped away, and with it, somehow, so much else. All my life, I have felt awkward, wrong-sized and wrong-shaped. But look, on the screen, there is only ease. I don't know whether the silence I remember spread through the kitchen or only through me. My mother is the first to speak. "You make a good-looking boy," she says. I feel the words I'm not brave enough to say. I know. Soon after, I began to ignore the long hair that marked me so firmly as a girl, leaving it in the same ponytail for days on end, until it knotted into a solid, dark mass. All my friends were boys, and my dearest hours were spent playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the lawn with my twin brother and the neighbor boy. My room was blue, and my teddy bear was blue, and the turtle I wanted to be was Leonardo, not only because he was smart but because his color was blue. When my twin brother got something I didn't, to go to the baseball game, though we were all fans, to camp with the Boy Scouts while my sisters and I were taken to the ballet, to keep the adult magazines I discovered in his bedroom, and the reason given was that he was a boy, rage choked me with tears. That was grief, I think now, the grief of being misunderstood. One afternoon, when my brother yet again went shirtless for a game of catch and I wasn't allowed to, I announced to my father that I didn't want to be a girl, not if being a girl meant I had to wear a shirt. My father went to get my mother. They whispered together, then my mother explained that I should be happy to be a girl. There were so many good things about it. I knew there were, that wasn't the problem. The problem was that people kept calling me one. I remember realizing I couldn't explain this to her. Back then, in 1985, the word genderqueer, how I now identify, the language that would eventually help me see myself, hadn't yet been invented.